to the midweek wrap on Yarra Ranges Live TV, the only hyper-local news, weather and events program for the Yarra Valley and the Ranges.
Yeah, and what a busy week we've had, as always, Pat.
Absolutely, we had it. It's always strockers for us. Oh, what have we been up to, Karina?
Well, on Saturday morning, we were at the Yarra racecourse for the Kapow Cup, the Canopy Piloting Championships, as we found out.
Pretty exciting stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had an exclusive interview with the 2018 World Champion for...
Speed.
Oh, Australian Champion for Speed, Canopy Piloting.
It was nuts. We also had a chat to one of the lifeguards there, Christine, as well, to find out all about what was happening, of course. It was the 5th annual Kapow Cup. It's coming back to Yarra Glen next year, so if you want to get involved with Skydive, go to skydive.com.au.
Yes.
After that, we headed up to Olinda.
Yes, we did. We went to the Cuckoo Restaurant. I had a chat with the owner there, Andre. We're encouraging locals to support the local tourism industry in the Yarra Valley and the Dandenong Ranges, especially now while there's been some travel restrictions from China. All those places that are usually chockers are now a lot more open. Yeah.
So if you ever wanted to get out and about in the Valley and the Ranges and hit all those tourism spots that the tourists visit, but you don't want to go because it's too busy with tourists, now's the time.
Now is the time.
Yeah, so the industry needs our support now more than ever, so keep your money in the local economy. Go to the Puffing Billies, go to the Healesville sanctuaries.
Grant's Picnic Ground.
The wineries.
All those places usually packed with tourists. Now is the time to go and support local business and the local tourism. Then after that, we came to Healesville, to the Valley Vicious Rett Syndrome Awareness Cup, where there was tons of sporting action, women's football, bands, entertainment, food stalls.
Netball competition, you name it, it was happening all in aid of a good cause, of course, which was the Rett Syndrome Association of Australia.
Massive event. Then we came here to the Need for Feed bushfire relief.
That's it.
Massive day, and we had an exclusive interview, well you did, with Joe Camilleri
from the Black Sorrows.
How lucky you.
If you missed out on that, okay, scroll back through our playlist and check that out. We also had a chat to, of course, Chris, the event organiser from the Healesville Racecourse. Those guys donate tons of bales of hay for the Need for Feed cause. Yeah. And we also had a chat to Graham from Need for Feed and, of course, the Lions organisation. So those
amazing charity, amazing.
Yeah. And then on Sunday, we went down to Mount Evelyn. Of course, it was Rats, Cats and Pin-Ups. They were back. They're also raising money for the bushfire relief efforts, of course. We also saw their speedboats down there. They were back. That was pretty cool and loud, and then Sunday afternoon, we went up to Belgrave, back to the mountain. We spent some time at Sookie Lounge down there. They were holding a fundraiser for the Dandenong Ranges Emergency Relief Services. There was 19 local bands performing from 1 in the afternoon until 1 in the morning. Massive night, of course, again raising money for a fantastic local cause in our own backyard.
Yes, if you haven't checked them out, make sure you look up the Dandenong Ranges Emergency Relief Service. They're an amazing organisation helping the most vulnerable in our community.
Exactly.
So throw your support behind them. They need as much as they can get.
Exactly right, Karina. But now it's time for the latest local news headlines, of course, presented by our very own Karina Stone.
Thanks, Pat. The Healesville Bowls Club have thrown their support behind the Mallacoota Inlet Bowls Club by donating $1,500 raised at a recent corporate bowls night in an effort to help after the devastation of the recent East Gippsland bushfires. Although the building itself survived, Mallacoota Bowls Club President Alan Dobbin said the greens are completely gone and the club's insurance company won't cover the $150,000 cost to replace them. Mr Dobbin, a former Yarra Glen and Launching Place resident, was presented with the cheque when he and wife Gail visited the Healesville Club on the 27th of February. Speaking to club members, recounting the terrifying events they lived through and thanking everyone for their generous donations. Beck Mitchell from Mount Evelyn has become one of only 8 Australian women to conquer the gruelling World Marathon Challenge that saw her compete in 7 marathons on 7 continents in 7 days. By the time she had crossed the finish line in Miami on the 12th of February, Beck had run over 300 kilometres in marathons all across the world and in vastly different climates, including the freezing temperatures of Antarctica and the sweltering heat of Africa. All in aid of a local organisation called Bridge Builders that helps young people and their families. Beck managed to raise $50,000 of her $250,000 goal and continues to spread a message of hope and inspiration by saying that if a girl from Mount Evelyn can do the World Marathon Challenge, young people can do whatever they put their minds to. Congratulations, Beck. And members of the sassafras community are up in arms about the potential rezoning of a green wedge zone on Mount Dandenong Tourist Road. The site, which is currently occupied by a bakery, a bonsai nursery, a second nursery and a tourist information centre, will change from a green wedge zone to commercial land if the application is approved. Sassafras resident Lewis spoke on behalf of many members in the community, saying the Dandenongs have been fighting planning issues trying to protect the environment and the green wedge for a long time. However, the landowner has reassured residents that the goal is not to redevelop the site, but to be able to continue to use the site as it is now, only making changes to meet compliance standards.
How good are they?
Oh, amazing. And that's the end of another midweek wrap. And it's been a huge one, hasn't it, Pat?
Yeah, it's been a massive one, as of course the Black Sorrows are playing here at Need for Feed in the background behind us. Good stuff, eh?
Yeah, amazing. How good was your interview, hey?
That's pretty special stuff.
I know.
And now, if you want to find out what we've got coming up, be sure to check out our events page on our Facebook page. Make sure you're following us, of course. Whenever we make a new post, you'll receive a notification, and you'll have your finger on the pulse of what's coming up on Yarra Ranges Life TV.
Oh yeah, there's always plenty happening in the Yarra Valley and the Ranges, so make sure you stay tuned. Now we have to do our thank you. Standing field behind the camera. We love your work, following us around, chasing us down while we do our walk and talks, dodging through crowds.
Absolutely, it's not an easy gig, but he does it so well.
Yeah, and thank you, Pat, for making all this possible. I personally love my job. I love my job.
Gotta love what we do, of course.
Yeah.
Thanks to Karina Stone, our hostess with the mostess. Thanks to you guys out there for watching, for liking. Please share our content with your Facebook family and friends. And as always...
Yeah, I was just going to say, Pat, before we close off, you were not around for the last midweek wrap, so I thought you might want to thank our viewers for our 9,000 followers.
Yes, massive milestone, big accomplishment. Thank you so much. 9,000 followers in just over 3 years, not an easy task. Thank you for liking what we do and appreciating what we do too.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't for the viewers out there.
Absolutely.